Welcome to Fridays for Fundraising. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn one step you can take before you leave the office today that can move fundraising forward for your small nonprofit. Hi, I'm Kelly, founder of From Scratch Fundraising, where we help nonprofit leaders raise more dough without burning anything. Every Friday, I'm here to serve up one bite-sized fundraising assignment that you can tackle in about an hour. Think of it as your weekly recipe for sustainable fundraising success. No overwhelm, just actionable steps that actually move the needle. This month, we're launching our year-end campaigns. If you are just tuning in and you don't have your year-end campaign ready to go, I encourage you to go back to our October 3rd episode and start there. Listen to each episode from there so that you're following along in building up your year-end campaign. This week, we're doing some final checks. You've got your year-end fundraising strategy mixed, prepped, baked, and ready to go. But before you take that delicious treat to your donors, take a moment to check those little details that can make or break your efforts. These final touches might seem small and nitpicky, but they're the difference between a perfect batch and a flop. So here are 10 detail-oriented tips that are very easily overlooked. First thing, test every link. A broken link is like forgetting the baking soda in your cookies. No matter how good the recipe is, it's going to mess up your results. Double check every link on your donation page, in your emails, and your social media posts. People can't donate if the link doesn't work. Number 2, proofread one last time. Just like missing a key ingredient, a typo can throw off the final taste. Get fresh eyes on your copy or use an online tool to ensure it's polished. Thing 3, check image file sizes. Large images can slow down your website or the loading of an email. Just like adding too much flour makes the dough too dense. Make sure to compress your images so that they load quickly without sacrificing quality. Number 4, mobile optimization. These days, your campaign absolutely must look great on phones. If your donation page isn't mobile friendly, it's going to mean you're going to miss out on potential donors. So make sure everything looks really nice on a small screen. Also, if there's any way you can make sure Apple Pay or Google Pay is available, your conversion rate will go up so much. I personally rarely want to pull out my credit card for anything. So if you want my money, especially when I'm on the go, which is when I'm usually reading my personal emails and making these decisions, it's easier for me and I'm more likely to convert if you offer Apple Pay. Number 5, test donation forms. Go through your donation process like a donor. Test the form on different browsers, on different devices, and ensure it's smooth from start to finish, like a well-mixed batter. Make sure the right autoresponder goes out and that it looks nice in your inbox. Number 6, personalization tags. If you're personalizing emails, make sure those tags are working. An email starting with "Dear first name" is like serving cupcakes with the wrong frosting. People will probably forgive you if it's tasty enough, but it's not a good look. Number 7, email subject line preview. That little preview text in your email inbox is like the baking cookie aroma coming from the oven. It draws people in. So make sure the first few lines are compelling, or if your email marketing tool allows you to customize that preview text, don't forget to do that. Number 8, have a backup plan. I have no good baking puns here. Just have a contingency plan in case something goes wrong with your website or your donation processor. Make sure someone on your staff is reachable if something goes wrong, especially on the biggest giving days of the year. Giving Tuesday, and then I tend to think December 27th through December 31st. Tech glitches happen, so be ready and be reachable and be checking your website on a regular basis to make sure a donor doesn't catch something before you do. Number 9, donation receipts. A timely thank you is the icing on the cake for your donors. And I don't mean autoresponders. I know that those are easy to automate and they make your life simple. But real thank yous, whether that's a call, a personal reply on an email, or handwritten notes, have a system in place to get them out in a timely manner. If you don't know how to do this efficiently, that might be a great sign that you could benefit from my Sustain and Thrive program. In the Sustain and Thrive program, I have an entire unit on building efficient stewardship programs so that you spend minimum time thanking your donor, but still have maximum impact on your donor's affinity for your mission. Number 10, do a time zone check. Don't forget to account for time zones when scheduling your emails or year-end events if your audience spans more than one time zone. That early morning email directed at your California donors may not hit the same way if it's delivered after lunch on the East Coast. So if you have a nonprofit that is national or international in scope, think about how you're going to send those emails. MailChimp has a cool feature called Time Warp, where you can schedule your emails to send at a specific time and it sends it at that time in that time zone. It's an awesome tool. But many other tools do not have that. And I don't think you should switch to MailChimp just for the Time Warp feature. The integrated email features in donor CRMs are significantly more useful because you can integrate the segmentation. So if you're using those email tools in your CRM, they likely can't send relative to time zone. So just think about where your audiences are and what time will be most impactful in the most places. If you're a local nonprofit, of course, you don't have to worry about that. These fine-tuned details will help ensure your year-end campaign bakes up just right. You've done the hard work of mixing up all the ingredients. Now, with a little extra attention to these final touches, your fundraising efforts will be a recipe for success. Want the templates and tools to make this even easier? Head over to fromscratchfundraising.com/year-end to grab this month's free resource, a year-end campaign planner. I've already done the heavy lifting. You just need to customize it for your organization. Today's assignment will be so much easier for you if you hop over there and grab the template to get you started. If you are loving these weekly assignments and want the complete recipe for fundraising success, consider joining our Sustain and Thrive program. It's a 12-month program that takes you from setting up your fundraising foundation all the way through donor stewardship, board engagement with fundraising, and even expansion strategies, things like major gifts and peer-to-peer fundraising. In this program, we break down the monumental task of building a fundraising program into manageable, bite-sized assignments, just like this podcast, but with coaching support, a community of your peers, and unlimited access to all of our templates and training. The best part, pricing starts at just $25 per month for organizations with budgets under $100,000 per year. It's just $75 per month for organizations under $500,000 in annual budget each year. Because getting fundraising support shouldn't leave you feeling like a burnt crust. I encourage you, as you're doing budget planning and starting to look forward to 2026, to consider Sustain and Thrive and see if it will fit in your professional development budget. I would love to make sure that you kick off 2026 with the fundraising support you deserve so that you can have a significantly more successful, more efficient, and more sustainable fundraising program within the next year. Can you imagine going into year end next year feeling confident and organized? That is what I want for you. So please consider joining Sustain and Thrive. Applications in December will be onboarded in January, and I would love to have you. Also, I'm getting ready to launch a January Recipe for Relief 2026 fundraising planning program. It will be a day-long virtual workshop where I will help you write your 2026 fundraising plan. Keep an eye out. Next week, I will let you know the URL where you can get on the wait list. I would absolutely love to have you. So, quick reminder, if you haven't already, you're going to go over to fromscratchfundraising.com/year-end. You're going to grab the year-end campaign planner. If you haven't been following along, go back to our October 3rd episode and build from there. This week, your assignment is to double check everything. Next week, I'm hoping many of you will be off for the holiday, but if not, I've got something special headed your way. Then we'll meet back here first Friday in December to talk about how we keep active to amplify your year-end campaign result. Remember, fundraising success isn't guesswork. It's following the recipe. Thanks for being here with me. I hope you're ready to launch this week. If not, give me a shout at kelly@fromscratchfundraising.com. I'd love to give you a quick assist.
Now go make the world a better place.